This is such a disaster. This is such a disaster. What is happening with these two duplicitous duos is something that you will find not just interesting but shocking. Every day they're getting refused. People are turning on against them, and they have absolutely no way to find a solution to this problem they have created themselves. What am I talking here about? That's what I want to discuss. Before I do that, now subscribe to my channel. Consider subscribing. Follow me on Facebook and also leave a comment. Let me know what do you think. I love to read those comments. Royal commentator discuss recent developments involving Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and their relationship with the royal family. Analysts suggest that Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, have intentionally maintained distance from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to avoid providing them with the oxygen of attention they seek. It is not just Catherine, it is not just this people, that people. It is also the Spencer family who are distancing themselves from Meghan Markle and Prince Harry because they do not want all of this theatrics at all. People don't have time. Royal commentator mentioned Prince Harry's unsuccessful legal battle against the Daily Mail, noting that he has been advised to move on from this matter rather than pursuing further appeals. This is very common in Harry. When he fails to achieve something, he never gives up trying, knowing he will fail again. This is called insanity. He doesn't come prepared. He doesn't have any new evidence, for example, in this case, for the court to be convinced that he should be paid by Daily Mail. But with all the same evidence, with the same drama, he will go back to the court again and again, and then he will lose. So again, this guy doesn't really know what he is doing, completely delusional. Analysts claim Prince Harry is attempting to reframe his public identity, moving away from his previous titles and exploring the use of name Spencer or styling himself as Prince of England, quote unquote. This has reportedly caused concern within the palace. No, he's not gonna get anything from the Spencer family, not even the title. If he did, by now we would have seen some good developments for Prince Harry. But not, no. Charles Spencer, Earl Spencer, he's a very smart guy, and he is watching and monitoring, and he knows what these two duplicitous duos are up to. Even though he does want Harry to reconcile with the family, especially with Prince William, but that doesn't mean Harry has a blank check. According to reports, Charles Spencer's refusal to allow Meghan visit Diana's grave prompted the Sussex to stay any longer in the UK. Of course, then she left because there is no point or hope staying in the UK for the optics, because that was not going to happen. Now, royal commentator described Prince Harry's recent podcast appearance as a farce, criticizing the content and suggesting it failed to resonate with the public. It does always fail to resonate with the public. They talk about nonsensical stuff. How they can appeal to the people? We don't feel the same way as Harry feels, as Meghan feels, because they don't live in reality. With the host, there was a discussion going on, and the host noting that Harry's attempts to appear relatable felt uncomfortable. He was. I mean, if you take a look at the Invictus event when he was with Alison Hammond, the reporter, oh my God, it was such a wild show. Like, he was jumping up and down. He didn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to talk to people. I think, he's just not that charming, unfortunately, for him to be famous. He can be a prince, but being a famous is something totally different. Analysts dispute Prince Harry's framing of his role in the Invictus Games, asserting that he was not the sole inventor or creator, but that the project was facilitated by the late Queen Elizabeth to provide him with a meaningful purpose. Not just that the Queen provided him with a purpose, but also this Invictus whole thing was financed by William and Catherine. They kick-started this whole event. And what we see, Harry never mentioning their name And also they realize, Catherine and William, this guy is absolute hopeless. We do not want him to talk about us anyways. He was never going to talk. But the point is, they are done with him. They know him. Everybody knows him, who he is, and they know. That is the most important thing. They know that he will fail even with this Invictus, just like he failed with his court battles. Royal commentator conclude by suggesting that these actions, specifically the attempt to rebrand and the public remarks, are causing significant strain following private meetings with King Charles and Queen Camilla and the Spencer family. All of these are creating drama, unwanted drama, and it is actually making things much worse for them. He could not win this court battle. He could not win security for himself. And the reason, he gave it all to the court, to the monarchy, why he should not be getting IPP status, or why he should not be getting those court battles in his favor. Take a listen at this one.
Stripped of their titles.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what we should do, strip their titles.
Hi all, Kinsey Schofield here. Welcome to Kinsey Schofield Unfiltered, and I can't even predict what direction this chat is going to go into today, because Jeremy Kyle and I are already in trouble. We are already on fire. Jeremy Kyle, 3 to 4 weeks covering Harry's big comeback. This was supposed to be a redemption tour. He'd had pictures, he had planned to
it was supposed to be a tour that was supposed to change everything for the family and also for Harry and Meghan. It was supposed to be a reconciliation tour. But guess what? Instead of a reconciliation, he actually burned bridges, especially with the Spencer family.
Pictures of him with children, underprivileged, sick, balloon animals. He was going to try to go the Princess Diana route. Look at how compassionate and empathetic he is. And he was supposed to remind the UK why he was such a valuable asset to this country. We had been...
To the country or the monarchy?
To the monarchy.
I thought he didn't like the monarchy. I thought it was racist. Very
good point. But it is my understanding that the polling really devastates him, that he is polling closer to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, and he has been for quite some time. But also we've been littered with these teases of Project Thaw, the idea that Harry could be coming back to be a working member. Thank you for shaking your head no.
That's just conspiratorial crap. Here's the truth, and we've talked about it forever. And I know I keep saying it, right? If I was totally honest with you, and I was living in Windsor on the Long Walk, everybody knows the old man worked for the royal family for 41 years. When they got married, it was a wonderful spectacle. The old man said to me before he died, there'll be trouble there. And I went, why? I said, just mark my words. He'll be back in England with his ginger tail between his legs within 10 years with 2 children in California.
Yeah, I mean... pretty much everyone predicted there will be trouble. Pretty much everyone predicted that it was not going to go down well when they got married. But we do see that happening right in front of our eyes. I have a comment here. Thank you so much for your comment. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next